Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the live stream. My name is John Ferguson. You already know me as a start animator, and yes, you have read the caption right. This will be the final time we will do the continuation of the animation that we have been doing for quite a while now. And mostly because I want to start something new, and I might finish this off if we are not finished by this time. Finished off in another video or in another setting. But I'm gonna just say as well, this is not an April Fool's. I never enjoyed. I'm okay. As a kid, of course, I enjoyed April Fools, but as an adult, when I have several people who are actually born on April Fools, I always felt it would be more kind to not sort of like go over like April Fool stuff and that sort of thing. And yeah, it's just my own opinion. But if anyone else have been tricked today, I hope it didn't hurt you that much. But let me go through something, and something very important to how we are going to think, how I'm going to think today. So we're just gonna transition over to the animation here, and as you can see, this is the last video I uploaded. And to go through a little bit, there is one place where I miss a head movement that I just want to add, because it's a little bit jacked when they are moving their head. There's a small jack that I don't like, so we're gonna add a frame together with the gun arm that we did last time. I think it's a little bit too robotic, so that is something that we are going to change. I'm going to change the whole timeline, and I'm gonna change the way that they are sort of not reloading the gun, but taking the gun up to the final position. So yeah, and going through and trying to clean up a little bit. For the rest of the things, I am not that disappointed. I think this has been very fun to do this sort of animation. I also need to remember to stop saying all the time. But that at least is the plan. We're gonna go through the gun arm and gonna finish that up a little bit. Together that we are going to add a frame to the head turn, at least when the head is going down, because again, it feels that there is a jack in that final animation. And that's something that is gonna happen. I mean, we're going to go through certain other things, and there is gonna be some problems that you figure out later on, and we're just gonna get through. So let's just jump over to the animation, and here we are. Look at this fine animation. So it's gonna become more than 22 frames per second, and I'm of course talking about here. So we are going to take off some of this. And keep these two. Place it over here, and I'm gonna take off these final animations. So it has been fun doing this character that has been spawned out of just creating. Again, if you have seen any of the other animations that I have done, or have seen specifically this one, if you have been, following along or followed before, I'm gonna rename them as part 1, part 2, part 3, and I always edit them afterwards as well. So we are gonna do it like such. And to explain it a little bit more as I go along, I'm also a little bit off today. I don't know why, but I just feel a little bit off. So I might be distracted, and I might check my phone a little bit, but hopefully it won't be taking that much of my concentration. I said hopefully. So to explain, there are two sets here, from this part to here. And I have felt like there is a jack in the animation, which means that it feels like we are jumping something. And we are going to just add a frame. So we're gonna just write in on the top here 16, 17, 1. So when later on I'm gonna go through this again, I know if I'm shuffling these boards up, at least I know where everything is. I'm trying to just also now trying to figure out the head, fixing the body. I might go into details as I go, but the focus here is to get the face on its way down. So we are just gonna try to figure out that one. So I'm gonna sketch here for a while. See if we can fix the animation. Yeah, no, so I've been a little bit off today, and I don't know, and that's the sort of thing I sometimes do not know how to solve that sort of like inner issue. It's always nice later on to just sit and draw and do a little bit of brain thinking. What am I saying?
I don't know.
Ease up some of the animation. And again, I love this. This sort of eraser. We can clean it up quite quick. I put a stud on this one, so now it actually is steady. I found it. It was laying about somewhere. I don't remember, but I've seen it several times going like, I'm gonna put it on my board. And then I finally got to do it. So we got it there. We can solve this. There. At least we've got the head moving. That's good. So I enjoy that one. Just a quick sketch. What we're gonna do now, we're not gonna use this one, we're gonna use that final one as a plate. Kind of just mark positions of the hands, shoulder, neck, just quick sketching here for the moment so we can get all the through it also later on, but I just want to get the face up and running. Gonna go a little bit heavier. On the pen. Oh boy. Right, cool. Just a little quick sketch there. And as we can see, right now it's a little bit more it's less of an eyesore. Coolio. I'm gonna take this. We are going to go step by step now for the handgun. Oh dear, this was a blank page. Oh well. Why I was surprised is probably mostly because I didn't think that I had it. So I am needing to find the best sharpener I have. Sharpen it a little bit. I'm gonna do it over here. Perfect. We are just gonna detail this arm just a little bit. Just get some interesting details in here. And this will also help us later on see through the paper. Whoops. A little bit of an overshoot there, but it's easily fixed. Always had a problems. I always have problem. I always have problems. I always have a problem with like hands and thumbs. So I always think I'm doing them way too like thick. And it's a learning curve as well. Now, if I had to design it, I already think I have designed this gun before, but since it's always nicer to start with a square, I'm gonna fill in this part, just do this, and there we are. Now the hand is visible. And since the hand is also staying in the same place, it's gonna be easier to try to copy it. Now, obviously, what we would do is that this would be a separate animation, but we're not gonna do that. Because why make things easier? This would be a separate animation towards anything that isn't moving or anything that is still. You can just have that as a secondary layer on your animation, and then when it's supposed to move, oh boy, when it's supposed to move, it moves. I'm just massaging my wonderful eraser. Some of the excess. And again, why I like you can absolutely do with a bigger pen, like a heavier pen, like a B or B2. But I always like to do all the sketching with an H2 pen in the beginning. I'm actually gonna sharpen this one as well. You know. Look how sharp that one is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And what we are going to do to help us with this part of the animation is to keep the bottom part, bottom frame, and have that as an outliner quite a while in. Luckily I can nearly see through. With a gun, it's supposed to be, but I'm trying to also feel that the fingers I was way of a spicy thumb. And everyone is driving outside as well. Someone was having a party on it. Just drove by with a bunch of music. And again, it's starting to get summer, so right now, slowly but surely, everyone's gonna be outside. It means that my kitchen will absorb those sounds like they meant nothing. Just gonna have so there are things now. We're just gonna add a little bit of shade. So it will look better. Now I'm thinking I'm just gonna go straight ahead, just because I've seen the animation and I know how to think, is that when the magazine has gotten out from the pocket, the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tilt their hand so the gun is, the bottom of the gun is gonna show, and when they are going up, I'm gonna count the animations and make sure that when we reach from one end to the other, we will get a nice transition to look like a little bit faster, so it doesn't look that robotic. We're not gonna turn the gun yet. we are sort of going to start turning the gun on the 5th. So right now we're just copying the movements, and since this whole arm now has moved up a bit, there. No, it isn't. It's there. It's there. Since the shoulder's going up, that shoulder's going to go down a bit. That means we can hide some of the animations. All right. I'm sorry for, I don't know, again, I'm having this weird like feeling, and I can't get rid of it. So each and every time I take a breath or have a pause, I take a deep sigh, and it's not because I am being observant, and it's not because of it's not in let us see. I do feel that the gun isn't. Here's the hand, it goes there. Gun isn't retracting that much. Go in with a little bit of a heavier pen. We're gonna place this one here. We'll see how many comes. I didn't post this out, I remember, on Instagram. And usually, the people that's come in here have been sort of like just scrolling about. And I'm trying to, you know, reach the right people, and some of you have subscribed, so thank you so much for that. I'm very low key because I'm looking down and I'm thinking. Let's take away that finger. See if I can get the feel for it. And there's someone watching. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Goodbye. At least one. 30 seconds. It means I still get the clicks. It means that there is someone out there who's still interested in classical 2D animation. I say hurrah, I say. Hurrah and hurrah. And we are going to fill in some of these dark spaces. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's much better if it's that way. Okay. You can see the gun sort of retracts. I hope that's the right. It feels like the right distance. We're gonna take this pen here. We're gonna go over. Yeah. We're gonna try to sort of make it look like we know what we are doing. Cool. I'm always glad because it always says like, oh, someone came and watched, that's awesome. And then it says, oh, they looked for 30 seconds. And then I look up again and it says, oh, no, it was just 4 seconds. But I think it's just the length of the whole thing. We were gonna turn it at 3, but since I do like that gun, I'm gonna be kind and I'm gonna take this last piece. Place it over here. Over. What are we on? We are on soon an hour. But we will finish this hand then. And then I need to start just taking like a walk. Move about a bit. to erase. My grandpa's eraser. I still want to stay at that angle. Being so ever so gentle with strokes. You can hear them, can't you? All the rock and rollers out there. This is what I'm getting for being in my kitchen. It wouldn't actually matter. I just realized, but what's the point? I got the hammer. Oh, now it's back to 30 seconds again. Oh, what a weird word. Well, I need to learn how to speak. I think that's the important part. I think that's why people are coming to the stream. Because I can't talk. No, John, it's because you draw. Does it need to be perfect? No, it needs to sell me the illusion of a hand. coolio. Kind of happy with that form at least. Let's do some shady business. Alright, cool. Now we come to this one, which is gonna be the hand that we're turning with. I think I'm going to keep this one. Place this over here. Take this one, and we are gonna hit a little break. And yeah, we're gonna continue doing this. We're at frame. We have added a frame, so we have done 6 frames. But this will always be the trickiest part. In any case, let me go over here and let me do this, and I'll see you all in 10 minutes. See you all in 10. Righty-ho, and we return. We continue. So, now of course we're gonna turn the gun. And do that. If it was a little bit delayed, there was some things I needed to just put into the calendar. turned quite all right. Oh, my shoulder. Just gonna ease this up a little bit so we can go in with a heavier pencil. Ja, sehr gut. Oh boy, scared myself. Right, we're just gonna paint this a little bit darker. Just want to this part here, so we get the effect of it actually turning. This is where we also can change a little bit. We don't need to be exactly with the sort of shoulder and that, because as you turn there can be some other movement, so you can see that there is stuff happening. Cool. Paint some stuff in. Coolio. Now we come to the reparations, which means that maybe I should have, no, or maybe I'm starting to think if I'm gonna use from here, from 6, from frame 6 to continue to go upwards. Not to go upwards, but to just lift a little bit, so it's a little bit of movement. And then we can stay there. Stay there until we get to here. So about 3 frames in, we're gonna stay in this position. If I have any tactics when it comes to doing hands, I only have from when I draw like normal hands, but then I always struggle as well. So if anyone wonder, oh, what's your, do I have any tricks? The tricks to do it? Nah. You know, wing it. Just trying to get a feel, because that's the only thing I have to go on. When you have no one, you make your own fun. A little bit for detail. Stream is holding up very well so far. That's nice to see. I beg your pardon. Oh God, I'm so sorry. If you came this far into the stream when you're watching this, I only apologize. I only apologize. Somewhere around there. Okay, let's color that in. All right, just hold on, everybody. I gotta just write something. Some person of mine asked, what am I supposed to do with this? And I did just a little bit of a quick search. And of course it was an AI stuff. And as an artist of my own, going like, nah, I'm not supporting that. As far as I know, there is things that can help. I'm not gonna avoid that. But they need to figure out what they are doing with it, because that is also the problem to why I do not like it. It's because they, just like with anything, they will just want to point it out and send it all out and do crazy things and shove it down our throats. We don't own anything anymore, which is the same. It's when companies do not asking for profit instead of quality. And my personal view of this AI, of any AI, is that it isn't worth it. It shouldn't be involved in crafting, doing arts and that sort of thing. It should be doing something else, like if you used it as a search engine, a secondary search engine, but then you have to refine it so it's not some sort of brain rot. Or you can help people. Many blind people could use this for the glasses, for instance, or help them in everyday chores. You know, if it were in medical terms, helping someone with a disability to help speech impediments, people who have problem with speech, people who have problem with anything has any sort of problem where they cannot see, cannot talk, cannot move. If that was the case, then it would be good, because then everyone would know exactly what they're dealing with. But when it comes to just pulling it out and using it to scrape the internet for basically stealing videos, stealing art forms, and calling yourself an AI artist, for me it's just, I never saw that as good. Never did. And generally, again, it's so much because of the companies. It's so much because of they do not know what they want to do with it. They only know is that they're gonna shove it down all our throats and they're gonna try to make it work. But if you do not have a clear vision on what you're doing, then you need to make it take time. But then you're also not gonna present a bloody product that doesn't fucking work either. I'm very personal here. But it comes to that in the end. Let's see. I think they went to court, right? Or was it just the Meta people? And again, thank God, somebody better be. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry for going on a rant. Coolio. Gun goes up a little bit, that's cool. I like it, I like it. So we're at frame 6. 1.5 hours into the stream. So now we're gonna stay at this position. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually go and start finishing up some of the animations as well. This is where the hand comes out. Now I need to, yeah, this is what I'm thinking. So we're gonna take that to the side, and this is now coming forward. So I do, yes, that's what I want to do. So these 3 will stay in that position as the hand kind of comes out in the magazine. It's a little bit trickier. I am actually gonna see if I can find another eraser. My nice box of pen and pencils. And I'm gonna see if I can just take away some a bit more. And I have no problem with these sort of erasers as well, but it's just that it leaves these that's not the ones I want. So, to make it more detailed and that sort of thing, if I were to, I would take, again, this frame, and I would just mark like this where everything is supposed to be. It says that one is. And what I would do then is that when I would have like a 2D, like a finishing touches, which would be in doing either on cell animation or to do in or do it digital, I would cut this piece out, either on another layer or another cell. I would keep this, keep on drawing these parts and keeping the hand out, but at least making a mark to where I need it to be. But right now I'm just gonna detail a little bit to where I think everything should be. Good enough. Alright, cool. Stay there. Taking this one, taking the better eraser. I do not know if people can see, but this is what I like about this pen, this paper at least, because when you have this form of paper, because it's quite thin, and it's very, very nice to do something with the more, like, less thickness it has, the better it is, the better I feel it is to draw. It's getting it on. My light goes a tired line. Soon be with you, my love. Give you my own surprise. I'll be with you, darling, soon. I'll be with you when the stars are falling. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. Right, so we have just marked these two. And again, the gun stays where it's supposed to. Is it the best? No, but it is. It's selling the effect. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Now we're going to use this. This is the one we're following. Okay, place the rest over here. But now. And then we're going to from 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's a good sort of, because again you can see from that's a little bit too sharp. So what we're going to do, we're kind of gonna redraw all of these. I do wonder if we just have to redraw 4 of them. So when we come here, we have eyesight on the gun. Just need to think a bit. Slow, slow, fast, slow. Eyes open. And then we stay there. Well, we do not really stay there, do we? Oh, yes, we do. When the eyes open and the magazine is just above the chest there. We can. Right, so. That's what we're gonna think. Take rid of these. So this will be the final position at number 13. From number 6, we need to figure it out. So this will be the halfway point from 11, and these ones will be the move point. So this one's gonna be somewhere in the middle, and these ones. And this one needs to be close to that one. But we'll see what we can do. I'm just going to take a short break and just start thinking about this. See if I'm thinking correctly. But we will take about 10-minute break, I guess. Why not? Why don't we? I think it sounds fun. Yeah, and then we continue until I feel finished, I guess. A 10-minute pause and I'll see you all later. See you soon. Alrighty then, we're back. I put on some music for myself and my headphones so I can think better. But I had at least the idea that what I was thinking of was to go up here and to be finished there. But let us do some erasing to do. So we get the right tempo that we want. So the hand is over here, which is here. Just kind of want to be there, the first one, and then kind of go... Do I want to be a little bit slower? Maybe I want to. So here's the hand, so we maybe want to be here, and then from here. Trying to figure out, there it is. Maybe I want to keep it sort of there. And then we slow in up front, which I've been thinking of from there. Let's see what that, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna move that one. I'm using the wrong eraser now. It's in the pocket. Hold my breath until I'm... A bit movement there. We get that fixed. Cool. Right, we start from there. Go running. And well as we go, the gun is going to be turning towards the bottom part. Just notice I wanna just fix some. I'm listening to Linkin Park, by the way. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it helps. At least in this. I'm gonna take the other. At least we have two. Oh, cool. There was someone popping in. Let's see if my oh god. Take a heavier pen. Coolio. represent the fingers now a little bit, since we are turning the end of the gun towards us. Doesn't feel right. Coolio. Right. I should change some music. Even though I am that sort of person or that sort of artist that will listen to the same line of music until my eyes bleed or ears bleed. sort of music that everyone else listened to. You get to rethink. It's a little bit more trickier, but we'll see if we can. Cool. Wrong pen. Very pixelated. I'm just speeding through all this now. Nice. Happy. Nice. We continue. Awesome. Coolio. Right. I do think like that it comes down with it as well. So that's nah. continue. I know it's been very quiet, but I'm chosen to again listen to some music in the background. I wish I could like play it as well, and I've talked about this before, how frustrating it is that YouTube doesn't have like a what I would wish is that oh, you want to have a playlist, we can cooperate with Spotify or our own music to say, like, let's say like, yeah, you just have to put in I don't know what I was going. She says I'm crazy, but you know she calls me Superman. I'm a crazy. Oh, it's such a detail work. I have to like really go close. we have 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a few frames left, but I do think that it is enough for now. So, and again, we are not finished, but I think it's finished for just this stream alone. Let's go over to this one instead, and we do it like such. And yeah, oh, it's been a weird day. I know I haven't had the same sort of energy, and I have not been the top of my game, but in any case, that's what matters the most, is that we're doing some animation. At least I'm doing some animation, and that at least that I get to do something that I enjoy and like, because it is very calming to do it. But yeah, so next time we will do another form of character in the same sort of universe that we are building ourselves into. This means that we are gonna do one of the enemies, and I had this like visual idea how to do it, but I need to try it out. So during this time, I'm gonna be on Instagram, and I'm gonna probably post some stuff over there. I'm also gonna post some stuff over on here on YouTube as well. So maybe we see each other, maybe we don't, but in any case, this is the final thing we're doing with this sort of character. I will take some pictures, I will go and look how it looks, but next time you will see it will be a far off thing, maybe in a compilation or something for this year. But in any case, thank you all so much for joining, for the few that joined, and for you who watched this all the way through. Congratulations. And yeah, good morning, good evening, good night, and above all, keep on drawing. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.